Welcome back to my channel. This is Rosie Rosette 2020. Boom. So, how are you guys doing today? Let's talk about this new bill that Trump, well, not a new bill, but Trump signed off on a couple of things. One thing that I am happy about, elated, is about the student loans. Yes. I'm so happy that he pushed it back, way back. I read something on Facebook last night saying, someone was saying that he was going to sign that. And he was like, yeah, I needed that because I'm about to buy a house. And, if that's in deferment or whatever, it improves your credit. So, that being said, I am happy about that. Now, what I'm worried about is the fact of the moratorium, is that the word, regarding rent and a mortgage. There's a lot of people out of work and their rent, they're backed up on their rent. And I don't know, especially out here in California. Now, like I said, in the middle of South Dakota or, Missouri or wherever, where rent is like $600, hopefully there's an answer. But out here in California, Northern California, and in Southern California, but Northern California is more expensive than Southern California, where in Silicon Valley, the rent, some people are paying 5,000, 6,000. Those are techies. Okay. For people who are paying $2,000 to $3,000, because people don't pay $1,500. That's no. You can't find an apartment, like a one-bedroom apartment, they don't exist. Like all apartments in Northern California, they start at like 2,000. For studios, 2,000. Unless you're in the hood, or not even in the hood. It's really, it's oh God, it's so crazy. But so if people are getting backed up, I know unemployment was helping out 2,400 a month. Okay, so that would cover your rent. Now we're talking about cell phone, we're talking about PG&E, that's the gas and electric. We're talking about food. You know, you still gotta wash clothes. Women still need, sanitary napkins. Kids still need, we have to pay for masks now. There's just a lot of bills that we have to pay. That stimulus check, that should have been sent out monthly. Like everyone should have got a $1,200 stimulus check every month, not every 16 weeks. That's insane. Like, why would you, make us beg? Yeah, the economy is not doing great. Just because the stock market is good, there's still 22 million people unemployed. 22 million people. We only have 328 million people here. So that's almost 10%. It was 10%. Because 328 million people are not working. Okay, so of the people who are working, let's say half of that, there's 150 people who are working in America, or who are eligible to work, let's say it like that. So 22 million, that's more than 20%. No, 15 million, that would be 30. You guys know what I mean. 22 million people out of work that's 22 million people who are filing unemployment. There's about another 30 million people who have not, doesn't qualify for unemployment benefits. So we haven't even taken those people into account. It's just all bad. Like all of the Congress and the Senate and, Trump or whatever, they all need to be locked up in that room until they get it together. You better be glad I'm not president, because I would sign something and say you're not leaving until we get this together. And I will put, if it doesn't, if this, whatever is not signed, so to help out the American people, we're going to start deducting money out of your check. So each day that the bill to help the American people is not passed, you won't get paid. Now, I don't know why they don't do this. I bet you, I can guarantee you, if they start deducting funds from their checks, holding up their money, 24 hours overnight, boom, the bill will be signed, sealed, and delivered. Trump can sign it. There we go. But no, no, no. See, that's what happens when you have a greasy, fat cow, cat, whatever you call it. They got a long time to get all that weight off. Yeah. They're not hurting. They're not hurting at all. So they're going to prolong all this back and forth or whatever. While you have millions of people, the restaurants are closing. You have, tons of retail establishments closing. People are getting evicted. People are going crazy from cabin fever. People are dying. People are getting sick. And they're being charged like $1 million. Yes, $1 million to get over COVID. And, some people, I saw something on, I don't know if it was YouTube, Facebook, CNN, something, but this man was working at some factory. And he was a big, robust black man. And his mother, was talking about how he had 4 mouths to feed and he had to go to work, And the place didn't provide masks. And then they showed one picture of, how the employees were separated by plastic barriers. But someone else sent out a picture where they lifted up the plastic barriers. So, it's just a mess. It's a mess. And I particularly don't know what's going to happen when the shit really hits the fan. When shit really hits the fan and people have to do things that they don't want to do in order to survive. And Biden doesn't seem, I haven't heard of his plan of what he's going to do to save anything or anyone. Like, we don't even know who his running mate is. It's August 8th. You might as well say August is gone. It's almost, September? The elections are in November. When the debates are in September, October? Or there's one in September, I think a couple in October. I think there's only 3 debates. 3 debates. We're supposed to figure out who we want off of 3 debates. Biden doesn't have a plan. He doesn't have a running mate. Trump doesn't want to wear a mask. He can't figure out, he's not a doctor. But, he wants all of this glory and glamour and accolades. This is not the case. You get accolades when this whole coronavirus is done and finished with. Airplanes are in the air. Traffic is, on the ground. People are working. Like, this is a whole big old mess. This reminds me of when Obama took over from Bush's catastrophe of a presidential term. Oh, remember how bad we were back then? It just doesn't make sense. And I told you before, someone told me there's a cycle. The Republicans come in. Okay, so listen. The Republicans come in. Money is wonderful. Money, everything is going fine. They drain all of the money out of the system, and then for 4 or 8 years, and then the Democrats, become president. And then they lift up the economy. They bring it up to, levels that are comparable where the country can function. And then the Republicans come back and they drain all the money. And it's a cycle. And it's true. When Obama first came in and the country, oh my God, it was in dire straits. Obama came in, okay? When Trump came in, the deficit was workable, whatever. Now Trump is in. He's draining it. Obama took over from Bush. When Bush left, the country was in dire needs. And so it's a cycle. Now the country has no money, has no jobs. Well, I guess they do have money. They have no jobs, no airplanes. not enough hospital beds, not enough ventilators. We don't have hardly anything. So, what are we going to do? We have 2 presidential candidates. One doesn't know where he's at. Another one doesn't understand reality. I don't know. What are we supposed to? We were at the same place 4 years ago. Look at that body fat. We were the same place 4 years ago. How did we get here again after 4 years? After 4 years, like, talk about Dumb and Dumber. I can't. I mean, I'm gonna vote, but Jesus, this is just too much. Dumb and Dumber. That's basically what this election should be called. Dumb and Dumber. I don't even know which one is dumb and which one is dumber. I don't know. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna make this last video and then I'm gonna go walk. Okay, bye.